Alright, it's Polly Polly Poo Poo, and please excuse my magician's sleeve whilst I show you a picture, a analogue of Santa Claus. And the reason why I'm showing you an analogue of Santa Claus is because I want to show you an action figure that I consider to be very Christmassy. And it is none other than Zorro. Nothing says Christmas like Zorro. Get out. There you go. Now this was the Zorro line that came out in about 2005, I believe it says on the bottom of his foot, even though it's written incredibly small, and these days Polly Polly Poo Poo's eyes do not see as good as they used to. I don't need to get glasses yet though, I just need to squint. So here is Zorro himself. Now, most of the figures in this line or wave or series were kind of like this guy. Well, most of them were Zorros. But what I mean by like this guy, I mean is in articulation wise, where he just kind of has like the one articulated bit on that arm, and then a couple of bits on this arm, a knee, and then a kind of the girl type figure, where they do the kind of lying down and thinking of Britain. Is it Britain or England? England, yes. What's the difference? One takes longer to think about. So yes, and then head turn. But this Zorro, I'm showing you, is the kind of super duper posable one, and I got him from TK Maxx when he was in TK Maxx. Now the rest of the figures were kind of getting sold for around about the $2.99, $3.99 mark in your kind of TK Maxx home bargains of the day. And Zorro came with 2 horses and a kind of stagecoach type of thing, big armoured sort of stagecoach thing, and the Zorro who came with his hat, cape and sword and a couple of bits and pieces. Now he's kind of almost Marvel Legends articulated. I'll go through his articulation because everybody loves an articulation point of kind of reference, comment, review kind of. So his head turns. He does have. Does he have? Yeah, he kind of has like a separate head and a separate neck thing, but they both just turn the same way. He doesn't have any forward and back. His shoulder is on. Is that a boiled? Is that a boiled joint? Oh God, no, it's not gammon. Right, whatever that is, that ball, I don't know. It possibly is. And then a swivel at the bicep, and then a single elbow, and then a cuff twist. And then his fingers at the kind of that bit, whatever that bit is, knuckles, yes, but not individually knuckled, just singular for all fingers, knuckled articulation. And then he has the, I believe that's the diaphragm ab crunch, yes, ab crunch, that sounds right, from listening to other people's descriptions of articulation. He has the waist swivel. He also has kind of the DC classic kind of in and outy, forward and backy, kind of hingy joint, that's the one, yep. And a thigh swivel, and a singular knee. He also has an ankle kind of pivoty thing, it doesn't pivot, that's right, it's, what you call it, like a forward and back. And he even has toe articulation on his butt, so you can kind of have banana foot, like that. So there you go, that is Zorro's articulation, which is pretty spectacular. I think it's kind of actually as good, if not as better, as modern Marvel Legends. And his hat is also removable, but unfortunately, due to his hat wearing kind of thingy-diggy, his paint does wear a little bit, but a little marker pen will probably clear that up. But he looks pretty cool, doesn't he? So you can kind of make him go around going, I'm sexy 2 times! Oh, they call me the One Sheet! One Sheet! What else does Zorro say? Stop stabbing me with that sword! And, don't give Michael Douglas mouth cancer! Catherine Zeta-Jones. You would, wouldn't you? So anyway, so speaking of obviously Marvel Legends, I figured that I would bring in a Marvel Legend. So I picked a fairly as generic a one as I could, and then I thought, no, I'll not use that. I'll use this Cyclops instead. So you can see he's kind of comparable height-wise and stuff. He's slightly taller actually, which is quite strange for a Mexican. You would expect him to be a bit short, but he's the world's tallest Mexican. And here is this Cyclops. Now this Cyclops has the torso from AJ Styles, I believe, who was also a Toy Biz kind of deal, kind of made by Toy Biz, yes, that's right. And I'm not sure if they did some of the WCW wrestlers with this torso, but I mean, this was like the Sentinel series, which was that series 10 Marvel Legends? So I mean, they were quite far in the game then to be kind of using old wrestling parts, which I think that's a little bit cheeky, really. But I suppose that they cut corners, seeing as how much plastic they used for these bloomin' boot cuffs. Look at that! I mean, how far must they go up when he's got like the bloomin'... It looks like somebody's took the buckle off his waders, doesn't it? I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's terrible. Anyway, so there you go. I figured I would just show that off. I do have the rest of the bits that came with this guy, but they're kind of scattered all over the place because there was little thingies of TNT and Gatling guns and all sorts of bits and pieces. But I do eventually want to get it all together, and I would love to show it off to you. So obviously kind of show a little bit of interest, kind of tell us, yes, go on Polly, get your finger out your backside, and let's see the rest of the Zorro set. And whilst I was waiting for this guy, I also found... Oh my god, they killed Bobby! You bastards! So yes, me X-Men box set, Iceman, has finally melted. So, happy Christmas, folks. Enjoy in March, if you're watching it. If you are watching this in March, please leave that in the comments. I watched this in March, and you referenced Christmas. How dare you? So, catch us all later on, guys. Bye.